Hello everyone, so welcome you all to Ashok Tutorials, Meghalaya's first MTET channel. So today let us discuss question paper of 2023 MTET examination, which was the last examination, right? So I want to discuss paper 1, child development and pedagogy, and the series will remain series A. So all of you have to take care of the series. So the series which I will be discussing will be series A, right? So see, when you are going to write the examination, you know that the exams are for 50 marks, right? The full exam is for 15 marks. I mean the full marks are 50. Then time is 2 hours and 30 minutes, that is 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., right? Then what do you see? So you can see the instructions given here, right? So you know that instructions given to the candidates. So this booklet contains how many questions altogether you get? You get 150 questions, all right, 150 questions. So you have to choose the correct answer. So as you know that you have to mark the answer only MCQ, right? Multiple choice question. So you just need to select. You don't have to write, you just need to select. And what type of paper you will be using? You will be using OMR sheet of paper. So if you do not know what is OMR sheet, please go and watch it in my YouTube channel. I have already explained it to you. I have shown the OMR sheet. I have explained how to, how to make that black circle, dark circle in OMR sheet. So if you do not have any idea about that, please kindly go and watch that video OMR sheet in my channel. All right, then in order to answer in OMR sheet, you have to remember that you have to use black pen only, and black pen should be what? Ball pen. It should not be gel pen. All right, you have to use only ball pen. So as you know that part 1 contains what subjects you have? You have CDP, child development and pedagogy. Then you have language 2, that will be English. Then you have mathematics you have, and then you have EVS, environmental studies, right? So you know that each subject will be for 30 marks. So you might be wondering that, how come only how many marks here? 120, right? Only 120 marks. Where are the other 30 marks? So other 30 mark will be in part B, right? So 120 will be here and another 30 will be in part B. So part B contains what? It contains the language. Language means what language you take, whether you will be taking Khasi or you will be taking Garo, or you will be taking Assamese or Bengali or Hindi or Nepali. So whatever you want to take, you can choose accordingly your language. All right, then you have to choose only one language. Understood? Only one language you have to choose. Then answer must be shown completely. See, this is the way you will be answering. All right, this is the way how you will answer. You have to use your pen and you have to dark the correct answer. Suppose you think option A is correct, then you have to make it like this, very neatly. See, this is coming out. No, what I'm doing is coming out. Whatever you do, it should not come out. All right, it should not come out. If it is coming out like this, like the way I'm doing, you will not get marks. Right, don't do like this. It has to be this way exactly. Understood? Good. If you find any question difficult, try the next one. So instruction is that, suppose question number 1, question number 10 you do not know, so don't wait for that, just go to the next question. All right, skip and go to the next question. And see, this is a very good thing that there is no negative marking. In some of the examinations, we have negative marking. Negative marking means, suppose you have given wrong answer, so your 0.25 marks will be cut. All right, they will cut that mark, which means if you are giving 4 wrong questions, 1 mark will be deducted. But as of now, the government of Meghalaya, they are very good to us that they have not introduced negative marking system. So that's why you have the freedom to make as much as mistake you want to make, no problem. All right, the OMR sheet must be handed over to the invigilator. So see, before you leave the examination hall, you have to give your answer paper to the invigilator. However, you can take the question paper along with you. All right, do not write anything anywhere in the booklet except your roll number, your examination center, and rough work you can do at the end of this question paper. Alright, so you have to ask the invigilator to sign your question paper. So this was the instruction which you have to keep in mind when you go to write your examination. Here you have to fill up your roll number, here your center name, alright, and OMR sheet number you have to fill it up here. Understood? So I think it was very clear. You understood how you have to go about, right? Good. So now let us see what are the questions, how are we going to do it. So the first thing we will do here is this child development and pedagogy, and this is compulsory, and this is for 30 marks. 30 marks means what? 30 marks means you will have one question for 1 mark. So 30 questions, 30 marks, one question, 1 mark. Understood? Good. So let us see what we have. So question number 1 says, which of the following statement is most appropriate to give the correct meaning of development? See, this question is coming from the very first unit. So you have to give the correct meaning of the word development. Thus, development refers to the functional or non-organic changes. Development refers to the organic changes of the body. Development is quantitative in nature, or development refers to the structural changes of the body. So which one do you think will be your correct answer? You pause the video and answer. So the correct answer here is A, which says that development refers to the functional or non-organic changes. So you know that you cannot say today or tomorrow that yes, I have developed completely. You cannot say, because development is a lifelong process, right? It goes from womb to tomb, right? We are always, every minute, every second, every day we are developing. All right, so that's why development refers to the change in function, all right, and such changes are non-organic changes, and this is usually qualitative changes. All right, examples can be language usage, thought processing, reading skills, and other types of relationships. These are all what? These are all the examples of development. All right, good. So now let us see question number 2, what we have. So question number 2 says, development being a continuous process takes place from the prenatal stage. Development being a continuous process takes place from number A, the prenatal stage throughout the lifespan of the individual, the neonatal period throughout the lifespan of the individual, the period of the fetus throughout the lifespan of the individual, the infancy period throughout the lifespan of the individual. So you have to think which one is the correct answer. So please answer it. Pause the video and you can answer. So now, before answering, you should know what do you mean by prenatal. Prenatal means, you know, when the mother is pregnant but the child is not yet born. So development, as we all know, is a continuous process, right? So does it start when the mother is pregnant? Does it start when the child is not yet born? Does development start from that time? Or you have another option, that is what? Neonatal. Neonatal means when the child is born. All right, after the child is born, newborn, and especially the human infant during the first month after birth. So prenatal means before birth, neonatal means after birth. Then the period of fetus throughout the lifespan of the individual, or the period of the child throughout the life fetus. All right, remember these terms. Or the infancy period throughout the lifespan of the child. Which one do you think? Development, when do development starts? Of course, the correct answer is A here. Why? How? Because we know when, when the child is unborn, when the child is in the womb of mother, don't you think the child is developing? Of course the child is developing, right? The child is developing, the child is growing, right, inside the mother's womb. So that's why we say development being a continuous process takes place from the prenatal stage throughout the lifespan of the individual. So until and unless we are alive, we are living, development will always take place. Good, you understood, right? Now let us see question number 3. So what do question number 3 have for us? Let us see. So it says the growth rate of the child is slow but steady during which period? So you know that, right? So when do you think the growth rate of the child is slow? The child is growing slowly, alright, but steady. Steady means what? Steady means continuously. Growing slowly but continuously. In which phase? Infancy period, early childhood period, middle childhood period, or adolescence? So answer. I expect you to answer. This is a very easy question. Infancy period, or early childhood period, or middle childhood period, or adolescence period? So let me give you the correct answer. The correct answer is option C, which means when the child is in their middle age or middle age period, alright, then the rate of growth is slow and at the same time it is continuous or steady. Alright, let's go to the next question now. Question number 4. Great. In which phase of development do children react less violently to the emotional disturbing situations? Now before understanding that, you need to know the meaning of violent. Violent means violence, means wild. So what do you think, in which phase or which stage of development do the children react less violently? Means they are not very violent, they are not very wild, alright, they are not very frustrated, they are not very moody to emotionally disturbing situations. What do you think? When they are not so much wild, what will you answer for this? So of course I will give you the answer, but first of all I would like you to give me the answer. So I hope that you have given me the answer, option number C. What does option number C says? It says later childhood, alright. So when the child is in his or her later childhood, the child is said to be less violent or less wild. Alright, good. Now let us come to question number 5. At the age of 5, a child can throw a ball with more accuracy so that the mother or the father can catch it. This is best associated with development of large muscles, development of the ability to control the movement of large muscles, development of the coordination of large muscles, neuromuscular development. What do you think? So suppose you have a small brother or a small sister, or you have a small child of 5 years. So the child will throw a ball with more accuracy. If father is standing on the one side, on the left side, mother is standing on the right side, so the child is throwing the ball accurately, right, so that it reaches the father or the mother. So what do you think, which one of the following is the child using? Of course all the answers are correct, but you have to choose the most best associated one. So which is the best answer here? Development of large muscles only, or development of the ability to control the movement of large muscles, or development of the coordination of large muscles, or neuromuscular development? So let me answer this. Before that, please comment it in the comment section by pausing the video. So the correct answer is here B. Why B? Because development of the ability to control, they are having certain control, how to hold the ball, how to throw the ball, and they are using their large muscles of the body. So as you know, there are two types of muscles, right? One is fine motor muscles or skills, and one is gross motor skills. So when you are writing something, you're writing a letter, or when you're typing, you are using your fine muscles. Fine muscle means small muscles. But when you are running, you are cycling, you are playing football, then you are using your gross motor skills or gross motor muscles, which means you're using your large body muscles. All right, good. Let us go to question number 6 now. So question number 6, which one of the following is not. See, you always have to be careful when you hear or listen or see this type of words. Which one of the following is not the cognitive behavior of a child? So you have to understand always cognitive means what. Before answering this question, you need to know the meaning of cognitive. So cognitive means the mental ability, all right, the mind. So it is asking you from these four options, that is attention, perception, cooperation, imagination, which of the following do not involve thinking or do not involve mind? What about attention? Do you think attention involves mind? Of course it does. When sitting in the class, the children, they are asked to be attentive, right? Why? They have to be alert so that they listen to the lecture nicely. Then perception, of course, perception itself is a thinking, right? Thinking form. So we need this is also a cognitive behavior. Imagination, of course, again here you are using your brain, so you're imagining. So all these three are the ones where cognitive behavior is required. So the wrong answer here is cooperation. Wrong answer is the right answer, right answer is the wrong answer, right? So here they are, since they are saying using the word not, so cooperation will not come under cognitive behavior, right? So I hope it is clear. Good. Let's go to the next now. Question number 7. According to cephalocaudal tendency development proceeds. Cephalocaudal. So according to cephalocaudal tendency, development proceeds in the direction of head to toe, in the direction of head to body, in the direction of body to foot, in the direction of hand to foot. See, you have to be very cautious. You have to be very smart. I know you all are teachers, so we are very smart, right? You guys are very smart. So what you have to know is the meaning of this word cephalo. So those students who are coming from science background, those teachers who are coming from science background, I know you guys, you know it very well by the word itself. Cephalo means head, right? In biology we study cephalo means head. So of course they are asking, according to cephalocaudal tendency, development will proceed from where to where? So whenever you hear the word cephalocaudal, you understand that it will always go from head to toe or head to feet. All right, it will never go to foot. You cross it, it will never go to foot, it will never go to body, but it will go to the from head to foot. Always, this is always called cephalocaudal development. All right, so proceeding or occurring in the long axis of the body, especially in the direction from head to tail. We call it sometimes head to tail or head to foot. All right, so cephalocaudal, whenever you hear this word, you be alert, you understand that your answer is going to be head to toe or head to foot. Good. Let us see now what Manu has to say to us. Who is Manu? Anybody, any Manu watching this video? If yes, please comment. So Manu recently got admitted in an elementary school, okay, and is forming new relationship with other students and teachers. So who is Manu? Manu is a name of a student. All right, it can be he, it can be she. So he or she got admitted in an elementary school, and she is forming good relationship with his or her fellow peers and along with teachers. So social comparisons with schoolmates began to influence Manu's esteem. Now what happened. She started comparing herself, like maybe her friends might be dressing in a good way, or maybe they might be having good books, good bags, better clothes than her. So she started getting disturbed by looking at her friends. She started comparing herself unconsciously. The change described here best illustrates Manu's development in. So the change is described here. So here you have seen the change in her behavior, right? Social comparison began to influence Manu's self-esteem. So her self-esteem is affected. So now the changes described here best illustrate Manu's development. Now what do you think? Which type of behavior should it be? Will it be physical domain? Not at all, right? Not at all. It cannot be physical. It cannot be physical domain. Not at all affected. Does it mean cognitive? No. Does it mean cognitive? Cognitive means philosophical, involving connotation. Alright. So, not this also. It will mean psychosocial. Now see, here are two words. Psycho means what? Psycho means mind, right? Don't say psycho means pagal or mad. No, not that. Psychology, study of mind, right? So psychosocial. Why social? See, here itself you will see the word social. So school is a society, is a minute society, is a miniature society, right? So she is dealing with her friends and teachers in the society, that is in the school, and these things started disturbing her mind, her self-esteem, right? So it will come under psychosocial domain. All right, good. Now question number 9, we shall see. Telegraphic speech takes place during neonatal period, early childhood period, later childhood period, infancy periods. So what will you say? Please say. Telegraphic speech. So you have to say it. So what do you think? Telegraphic speech takes place during neonatal stage, or during early childhood period, or later childhood period, or infancy? First of all, you need to understand what is telegraphic speech, right? So telegraphic speech is characterized by short, simple sentences which are made up of primarily of contained words. All right, so no function word, tense ending on verbs, and plural endings on nouns. So all these things, you have to know. So if we say in short, so telegraphic speech, according to linguistic and psychology, it means it is a type of speech, all right, is speech during the two word stage of language acquisition in children, which is iconic and efficient, which means the child will be able to speak like two words only, right? So here your correct answer should be early childhood care. Of course, this neonatal will not come. I have already explained to you what we mean by neonatal. Infancy also will not come, and later childhood will also not come. Let's go to the next question, question number 10. So what do we have in question number 10? The language component that consists of the rules governing the structure and sequence of speech is known as what? Syntax, semantics, phonology, or linguistic. So what do you think here? So you see here syntax. Syntax means what? Syntax means the rules of sentence structure. So what is the structure of the sentence, how it is arranged, what does it mean? So that is what it means by syntax. So what was asked? The language component that consists of the rules, you have to remember this word, rules, governing the structure and sequence of speech is known as blank. Which one? Is it syntax, or is it phonology? Is it phonology, or is it semantics, or is it linguistic? So you have to answer accordingly. Then what you have next you have phonology. So what is phonology? The rules of speech. All right, it is the rules of speech or rules of sound. So how phonemes are used, it means this. All right, then again, if you ask semantics, the rules relating to the meaning of language, and again you have what? Linguistic, right? So as you know, linguistic means the study of languages, right? So they are asking the language component that consists of the rules governing the structure. You have to remember, structure and sequence of speech. It is known as phonology. What is that? It is known as phonology. Alright, now let us come to question number 10. The language component that consists of the rules governing the structure and sequence of speech is known as what? Syntax, phonology, semantics, or linguistic? What do you think? here here phonology means the rules of speech sound. Whenever you hear the word phone, you understand it has something to do with sound. Then linguistic, it is the study of languages, right? Then semantics, what is semantics? It is the rules relating to the meaning of languages. Then syntax means the rules, syntax means the rules of sentence structure. So what do you think, which one will be the correct answer? So according to the answer key, official answer key given by DERT, your correct answer is B. All right, but according to what I feel, I think this is wrong. Your correct answer is syntax. All right, so your correct answer is syntax. So you can find out what do we mean by syntax and whether the question number 10 satisfy, I mean the question statement number 10 satisfies this syntax definition or not. You please find out for yourself. So according to me, this is the answer. Right, now next let us see which of the following can be considered as the meaning of gender. So now, what do you understand by gender? 11. Gender is an innate quality. Gender is a biological determinant. Gender is a psychological construct. Gender is a social construct. Actually, if you have watched my video where I have explained gender stereotypes, different things about gender, then you will answer. This is very easy question, but if you have not gone through my video, then you might not be able to answer to it. Which one of the following can be considered as the meaning of gender? They're just asking you what is the meaning of gender. Gender is innate quality. You have to know the meaning of innate. Innate means inborn. Is our gender decided by birth? When we are born, is our gender decided? Innate means inborn quality, means are we born with gender? Then gender is a biological determinant. Is it something which has something to do with our biology, or is it something which has to do something about psychology, or it is something which has to do with social construct? So I have explained to you what is sex and what is gender. All right, these are two different things. Sex means biological, that is biological aspect, but when we talk about gender, it is social construct, which means the term gender is given by the society. Always remember, whenever you hear the word gender, you understand that it has something to do with society, social construct. All right, so gender is a term given by the society. It is not inborn, it is not psychological, it is not biological. Of course, sex is biological, but gender is social construct. All right, you have to remember this. Great. All right, now let us see the next one. What we have, number 12. So number 12 says that during the process of gender socialization, boys are often seen to get more autonomy. More autonomy means more freedom and independence at an earlier stage than girls. This is due to the dominant role of school, family, peer, society. Now they are speaking about a type of gender stereotype. So in this question, it is said that boys, they get more freedom than girls in a family or in a school or in peer group or society. Where do boys get more freedom than the girls? So is it in school? I don't think so. In school we treat them equally, right? In peer group, no. In society, no. It is the family. In family, if you say alright, my son can stay outside till 6 o'clock, but daughters, you have to come home by 4 o'clock. So this is gender stereotype. This is inequality, right? So this is what they have asked. So it is the family where these things happen, right? Let's see question number 13. Question number 13. So to avoid gender stereotyping in class, a teacher should see. Many teachers, they practice gender stereotyping. Gender stereotyping means maybe knowingly or unknowingly they discriminate between boys and girls. Maybe they talk more with boys, not with girls, or maybe they seek the cooperation of girls more than the boys. So knowingly or unknowingly this might happen in the class. This is called gender stereotyping. So now, if as a teacher, if you have to avoid gender stereotyping, so what will you do? To avoid gender stereotyping in class, a teacher should try to put both girls and boys in non-traditional roles, appreciate students' good work by saying good girl or good boy, or discourage girls from taking arm wrestling, or encourage boys to take bold and risky tasks. So here the correct answer is A. Why A? What is traditional task? What is traditional roles? Traditional roles means the teacher will ask all the girls you sweep the floor and all the boys you carry water and give them. This is traditional roles. Traditional means girls are expected to do sweeping and mopping, and boys are expected to carry water and give them, clean the blackboard or carry the heavy benches and desks. So this is called non-traditional roles. All right, so you have to maintain the equality. You have to see both the boys and girls as equal. All right, good. Now let us see question number 14. So what does question number 14 have? So it says that the type of observation wherein the observer joins in group activities to study the behavior of the student is referred to as what? Naturalistic observation, controlled observation, uncontrolled observation, or participatory observation. See, the type of observation wherein the observer can be a teacher, can be principal, can be student itself, can be any external. So suppose you want to observe a particular child or a particular group. So what will you do? Like the type of observation wherein the observer joins the group. So see, you want to observe somebody in the particular group, and you yourself, you are joining that group so that you can observe the student very very closely. So which practice or which technique you are using? Are you using naturalistic observation? No. Controlled observation? Not at all. Uncontrolled observation? Not at all. We have better option, that is participant observation, which means you yourself, you are taking part in the play, or you yourself taking part in the group activities. All right, so this is why we call participant observation. So you have to remember, this is a very beautiful question. Now the last question is for today. In this video I'll just make 15 questions. Next part 2 I'll make another 15 questions. All right, so in question number 15 it says D. All right, it says that which of the following is not. Again, this not word is coming here, so whenever you hear the word not, you have to be very very cautious. Which of the following is not an advantage of reflective journal? So which of the following will not be an advantage of reflective journal? So before that, you have to understand what is reflective journal. So a reflective writing is analytical practice in which the writer, whoever is writing, they will describe the real or imaginary scene or event or situations or the interactions, all right, passing thought or memory, and they will add a personal reflection on its meaning. All right, so this is the meaning of reflective journal. So reflective journal can be a type of magazine or can be a type of paper in which the details of someone, especially the students, are written. So what do you think? Which of the following is the advantage? It brings out improvement in students writing. No, because student will not be writing, we will be writing about students. It allows the expression of personal voices. No. Then let us see another another option. Option number C, it allows self-criticism. No. Why self-criticism? Because it is teachers who will be evaluating it or who will be writing it, right? So how can it be self-evaluating? So does it mean it encourages students disclose their personal, all right, let me take it this side. It encourages students to disclose their personal and private views and opinions. So which one do you think? Well, now the last question in this video is question number 15. I will take another part. I will make part 2 for another 15 questions. So here I will discuss only 15 questions, 1 to 15. So which of the following is not, remember this word not, an advantage of reflective journal? It brings out improvement in students' writing skills. Yes. It allows the free expression of personal voices. Yes. So these are correct. Correct means wrong, wrong means correct. All right, so or it allows self-criticism. Yes, it allows. Or it encourages students to disclose their personal and private views and opinions. So this is number D is wrong answer, which means it is the right answer because they have asked which of the following is not, right? So this is your correct answer. All right, question number 15's D. So we are done for this video. All right, so I will continue in the part 2 of this video. So what does it say? An anecdotal record serves to, so what is the function of an anecdotal record? Document a student's behavior in a specific situation, or it means to provide a holistic view of students' behavior, or assess a student's academic progress, or keep track of the student's attendance. So which one do you think will be the correct answer? So of course, not number D, not number C, not number B. So what is the correct answer? The correct answer is option number A. All right, let's see question number 17. So which of the following is not? So whenever you hear the word not, it becomes a negative sentence, so you have to be very careful. So what does it say? Which of the following is not a principle of inclusive education? So you know that of course there are certain principles for inclusive education, there are certain principles for integrated education, right? So it says that which one among the following is not a principle of inclusive education. So before that, you should understand what do you mean by inclusive education. So inclusive education means where all students, all students regardless of any challenges they may have, are placed in age appropriate general educational classes, right, that are in their own neighborhood schools to receive high quality instructions, interventions and support that enable them to meet success in the core curriculum. All right, so it means placing both the special as well as the normal students in the same classroom. So which one will not be the principle? Respect, participation, access, equity. What do you think? So here the correct answer is C, that is participation. Participation is not the aim of inclusive education, but equity, access for all, respect for dignity for everyone. So these are the principles, but this participation is not the principle. So this is the wrong answer, which means this is the right answer. Understood? No? Good. Let's see question number 18. For a successful inclusion of students with visual impairments, which of the following becomes a barrier? So you have to understand what do we mean by visual impairments. Visual impairment means those students who are blind or who are partially blind, who are not able to see. So which of the following becomes a barrier? Barrier means obstacle. All right, obstacle. So which one of the following becomes a challenge to the blind students? You see, electronically formatted lecture notes, audio taped lectures, written descriptions and diagrams, tactile models of graphic material. See, electronically formatted lecture notes, which means you will listen to it, right? So the child is not deaf, the child is blind. So this one will become what? For the succession, which of the following becomes a barrier? So barrier, they are asking the barrier, right? Which is the problem? So this is not the problem. All right, audio tapped lecture will also not be a problem, tactile models will also not be a problem. So the problem is number C, which means written descriptions and diagrams. See, when the child is partially or fully blind, he or she will not be able to see what is written, right? So this is what becomes the wrong answer, or what becomes the challenge, or what becomes the barrier. All right, now let's see the next question. What we have, 19. Let us see. So which of the following is not? Again, it becomes a negative sentence. You have to be careful whenever you see this word. Which of the following is not a type of disability? Inability to do something, right? Which means they are not able to. So Which of the following is not a type of disability? So we have to say, right? So what do you say? Mental illness, autism spectrum disorder, learning disability, acquired brain injury. So according to you, which one is not a type of disability? Autism is a disability, all right? Learning disability, the word itself says disability. Acquired brain injury and mental illness. So which one is your answer? So the correct answer is mental illness. All right, so mental illness becomes the cause, it becomes the cause of disability, but in itself it is not a disability. All right, let's go to question number 20 now. 20. So which of the following practices will hinder means slow down, all right? Which of the following practices will hinder successful inclusion of students with hearing impairments? So you have to see what hearing, which means deaf, right? Deaf. So which of the following options will slow down the successful inclusion of deaf children or hearing impaired children? Allowing extra time for processing information, captioning on strips for announcement or video, enhancing lip reading conditions in classroom, or relying extensively on lecture method of teaching. So see, this is a very simple question. What do you see here in number D? You see relying extensively on lecture method of teaching. So lecture means what? Lecture, of course, you are going to listen to it, right? Listen to it with your ears. So here, what is the problem? The problem is hearing impairment, right? So this will become the problem, all right, or hindrance for this statement. Let's go to question number 21 now. All right. So let's see 21 what we have. In a classroom, a teacher plans for pair and group work so that learners can interact with peers. See, a group activity is planned by the teacher. Here the students are involved in an activity of, in what type of activity are they involved in? Cognitive constructivism, social constructivism, behaviorism, or structuralism. See, when people work in group, what do we call it? Social work, right? It's a type of society, it's a type of miniature society or a social gathering. So which one do you think will be the correct answer? Yes, you guess it right. Number B is the correct answer here. Very good. So let's go to question number 22 now. So the most important steps in pre-teaching phases. Pre-teaching means before you actually start teaching. So what is the most important phase or stage? Number A, identifying the instructional objectives, selecting the appropriate teaching learning activities, deciding the assessment tools, conducting need assessment. See, assessment and all, it do not come in the beginning, all right? So no, this one will not come. And again, selecting appropriate teaching learning activities will also not come so much. So what do we write when we make a lesson plan? We are writing aims and objectives in the beginning, right? So of course the objectives will come first, which means your correct answer is option number A. Good. Let's see the next one now. In the practice of teaching skills, the technique which is used as a correct response situation to strengthen the response given by the pupil is prompting, seeking further information, refocusing, or redirection. Which one do you think will be your correct answer? So see, all of us who has done this one B.Ed or D.L.Ed, you know what a micro teaching is, right? Micro teaching we all have practiced, right? Practice teaching we have done. So in micro teaching skills, we have different type of skills like this: prompting, then seeking further information, then skills of explaining, then skills of stimulus variation, right? Then skill of redirection, reinforcement, refocusing. So suppose here they are asking, in the practice of teaching skills, all right, the technique which is used as a correct response. Suppose somebody have given the correct answer, right? Correct response situation to, then suppose you have asked the student about who is the Prime Minister of India. Then the student said it is Prime Minister Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister of India. Then to the entire class you will say again, yes, you are right, the Prime Minister of India is Shri Narendra Modi. So what are you doing? Are you prompting or seeking further information or refocusing or redirecting? Of course you are refocusing. You are saying it again, right? Now let's go to question number 24. So a learning style that the learners choose to learn by listening is known as C. Listening. All of you, I believe that you love listening to music, you love listening to songs, right? Bollywood songs, Hollywood songs, Hindi, English, Punjabi, K-pops, all different type of songs you love to listen to, right? So when we talk about listening, which comes to your mind? Visual means what do you understand? Something which we can see. Tactile or kinesthetic means something which we can touch. Learning by memorization is something else. So audio files, mp3 songs we are listening, right? Audio files. So whenever you see the word listening, you understand that it is something to do with audio. So a learning style that the learners choose to learn to by listening is known as audio learning style. All right, good. Let's go to next question. That is question number 5. What does it say? Which of the following is the task of a teacher in the constructivist approach of teaching learning process? See, you have studied about constructivist approach, right? Constructivist approach means where the teacher acts as a facilitator. The teacher, they are not the, they are the type of teaching is not teacher centered, it is learner centered way of teaching. The children, they can construct their own knowledge, they construct their own experiences, right? So that is called a constructivist approach. And as you know, Leo Vygotsky is known as the social constructivist. So here it is asked that which of the following is the task of the teacher in a constructivist approach of teaching learning? So the teacher plays a dominant role? No, they will not be dominant, because the students are the main heroes here. All right, in constructivist approach, the students are the main hero. The teacher directs and controls? No, how can the teacher control? The teacher plays an advising and facilitating role in the teaching learning process, or the teacher plays a dominant? See, dominant and all this, they are negative words. So the correct answer is C. As you said, the teacher plays an advising and facilitator. Teacher is known as a facilitator. All right, so you have to remember this line. Very good. Let's go to question number 26 quickly now. So question number 26, yes, here it is. Assessment is purposeful if it is done only. See, whenever you hear the word only, you should understand that it is a negative sentence, which means this will not be your answer. This will not be your answer. It is done once. See, again, this is also a negative word. How can assessment be done only once? Can it be done only once? No. It serves as feedback. See, here also only word you see. These are the small techniques I'm teaching you, right? Wherever you see this type of words, only or once or only, you should understand that these are not going to be the answer. So your correct answer is C. That is, it serves as a feedback for the students as well as the teachers. So whenever we are doing assessment, whenever we are carrying out assessment in schools, it does not mean the failure or the success of the students. It means the failure and success of the teachers as well. So if a student fails, the teacher fails. All right, this is what we have to believe and follow. Good. Let's go to question number 27 now. Given below are the objective type responses and 3 are under alternative responses type. Identify the odd one from the given options that is not under the alternate response. See, now this is a very easy question. I don't even have to say option to you. I think you can do it by yourself, right? So please answer it. Pause the video and answer. See, true and false, we know this is a pair, right? Like male and female, boys and girls, then plants and animals. Like this we say pair, right? Pair. So true and false goes together, right and wrong goes together, yes and no goes together. So which one is not the correct one? Of course, matching and the columns, it does not go together. So wrong answer is the right answer is the wrong answer here, right? Great. Now let's see question number 28. So what do question number 28 has to say? Which of the following is the most appropriate description for a very short answer question? What is that? A very short answer question. So which one of the following is the most appropriate description of very short answer? So how do you say, which one will you say that it is a very short answer? It can be answered in 120 to 150 words. Will you call that one a very short question? No, you will not say that, right? It can be answered in one word or one sentence. We will see. It can be answered in 50 to 60. No, it can be answered within 2 to 7 lines. No, this is the correct answer here. What's that? Number C. Good. So number C is the correct answer here, right? Good. Now let us see question number second last question, that is question number 29. So what does question number 29 says? Which of the following is not? See again here, not word is coming, so you have to, you know, straighten up your ears. Whenever you see not, you have to straighten up your ears. So which of the following is not the tool for formative assessment in scholastic domain? Formative and summative assessment you have studied, right? Formative assessment means the assessment which is carried out during the course of study, and summative assessment means the assessment which is carried out at the end of the session. So formative assessment can be type of questions a teacher is asking while teaching you, or interrogating you, and summative will mean the half yearly examinations or annual examinations which you write. All right, so they are asking us which of the following is not a tool for formative assessment. They're asking which one is not a tool for formative assessment. So we have to see here, like conversation skills, multiple choice questions, projects, or oral questions. Which one is not a formative assessment? So your correct answer here is multiple choice questions. All right, this is not a formative assessment tool. Now question number 30, the last question. Which of the following is an example of summative assessment? See, above they are asking formative, here they are asking summative. So which one will be the example of summative assessment? Just now I explained to you. So if you have listened to what I explained just now, right now, you can answer this question very easily and with a smile. But if you did not listen what I said while we were solving question number 29, then you will not be able to answer it. So summative assessment means the type of assessment or examination which is conducted at the end of the session, end of the year, end of the semester. So which one will you say? Quiz, performance task, unit test, or final examinations? Of course the answer will be, you are right, final examination. Very good. So here we have successfully completed, CDP. All right, CDP of LP section, that is paper 1, so child development and pedagogy. Previous year's question paper we have solved here with this video. All right, so this is the end of the video and this is the last part of the video. This is the second part and the last part. So next we will see which previous year's question of which subject to take up. All right, so here as you have seen, it was series A, paper 1, and LP section. All right, CDP. So I hope it have benefited you, and yes, of course, please don't mind the background sound you can hear, because it's very hot, so I have to use my fan, so I know it's making sound, so please don't mind that. And yes, one more thing. See, you might be thinking like, this is just solving PYQs, why he is taking so much of time? But those who are really serious, you will understand why am I taking so much of time, because I can just mark and give you the answers, but what is the use? What is the point? No point, right? So if I really want you to understand, I really want you to succeed in your next MTET examination, if I really want you to work under the state government of Meghalaya, then it's my responsibility to make you understand, to explain each and everything to you as much as possible, right? So that's why what I'm doing is I'm trying to explain it to you as much as possible. I am giving you the reasons, I am giving you the logic, I am giving you the hint, I'm giving you the techniques how to solve the questions, right? So this is how, if you are really listening seriously to whatever I am teaching you, whenever you go to examination, when you are going to write your exam, you will not regret listening to my lecture today. So I hope that you take everything positively and may you succeed in the next MTET examination. These will be my prayers and best wishes to each and every one of you watching my video. All right, so thank you everyone for staying connected with the Ashok Tutorials Meghalaya's first MTET channel. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.